the ultimate power in the universe.
Last will be last.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. If you only knew the power of gods.
Here it comes.
Let's go.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
Welcome to Lightsaber Radio, the most outrageous Star Wars show on the web. If you haven't already done it, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you will be notified of all of our future episodes. Also, don't forget to press that like button. It helps get these videos in front of other Star Wars fans so they can get in on the outrageousness. So how's everyone doing today?
Good.
How's it going?
Wow,
It's good to be here.
That was very exciting. That just made me feel so hyped to talk about this.
That was on her. That's not my
controversial
fault.
Topic that
I'm
we're
happy.
going over today.
It's off. I'm happy. All y'all can leave. I'm ready to go this morning.
I was gonna say good, but my mic kind of cut out and then muted me, so I was like, "All right." Cool.
I didn't mute you.
No, I said my mic did it.
Oh,
I don't know why, but it threw a fit, and it was like, "Oh, cool, you're not plugged in." Mute. Oh, thanks. I am.
All right, everybody. So today we're going to be covering a very controversial topic. I think probably one of the most controversial things that we have covered on this show, period. And we're going to be talking about Star Wars and social media. Has it helped out Star Wars or has it hurt the franchise? Now, I also have some numbers that we're going to be referring to as we get more involved into it. And we're going to be talking about a little bit of some other subjects that has to apply with the reason that some of us feel the way that we feel about social media and the Star Wars franchise. So let's do it. You guys tell me what your guys' thoughts is. Do you guys think that social media has helped or hurt the franchise in a whole, and why?
So I think it's the same as with social media and anything else. Social media can be a really good thing and it can be a bad thing. Like with any topic, with any situation, with any person, it can be used as like really good and like a healthy way to connect with other people, or really bad and like an addictive, absorbing like wormhole that people just get trapped in and don't know how to participate outside. So I think it can be either one. It just kind of depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
I mean, with damn it. I mean, with everything that I've seen, like I can pull up a lot of positive qualities with it. You know, I mean, we met Kim through TikTok. That's a positive quality right there. If it wasn't for her TikTok and her being her Star Wars self a fan, we would have never met Kim. We would have never seen Kim. So I can see the positivity in it. I mean, social media itself, that's how I met Kyle. I didn't know anything about Kyle's podcast until I saw an advertisement on Spotify about it. And then I went into his Instagram and saw all that. So, I mean, there's positive aspects. I think the negative aspects of it all are just the negativity coming from negative people. But if you could ignore all that, there's so many positive things. TikTok has done that tremendously for the positive. I mean, you get those negative comments every so often, but I think some of it really lets us be ourselves. We can get on TikTok and be in a full cosplay and play with a lightsaber and get 1,000 to 100,000 comments of just how positive it is. So
yeah, Chris, I kind of agree on that a little bit, but I use social media too much to completely agree.
Well, yeah, that's the point I'm getting at there, Chris. Is like it doesn't matter what negative comment it is. With one negative comment, there's 1,000 positive comments of people rooting you on. Yeah, fuck that person that's being mean to you, but look at all these people rooting you on and wanting to learn where you got your helmet or where you got your lightsaber, or hey, yo, I have that same shirt, or oh, that was a dope lightsaber move. I think there's a lot more positive aspects to it.
Man, we got everybody in the chat today. Bodie Collections is here. Star Wars Team Leader is here. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Or not just fellas, but just people.
Hi, hello, everybody.
Yeah. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's hard to pick by pictures and things like that. You can never tell. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
What about you, Kim? What do you think?
Well, it's kind of like what you guys have said. There's some positive, there's some negative. But if I would have never got on TikTok and seen, I guess, the community that there is, or that there's other fans that absolutely love Star Wars, I would have never known, and I would have lived in a complete oblivious state like I was. Once I got on TikTok, I was able to meet so many different people, and I actually made like 3 best friends, and then I met you guys too. So it's like,
Oh, we're not the 3
Yay
best
for us.
friends? Ouch!
listen,
Yeah, I thought we were your best friends. What are you talking
You
about?
are.
So
boy,
much.
but yeah, the boys. I got the girls too.
Yeah,
But
okay.
like, are negative people, and I think that for the franchise, it does help, but with any positive, there's always a negative. That's just how it is. And
Yeah,
I'm not a huge social media person. Like, I only have TikTok. And it's because I'm not really into, you
social
know,
media. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, but through TikTok, I was able to meet everybody. So yeah, there's positives, there's negatives, and I don't know.
Well,
So today is Bodie Collection's birthday. Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday
And
to
then-
you!
since we're
And
not going to be on
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
his son turns 5.
Ooh.
God, I wish my son was still 5.
I haven't
That's
got
when
there
they're
yet.
good.
Why,
Once they
dude?
get to be teenagers, they suck.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Well, from us to your son, happy birthday. I don't know if he's watching this with you or not. LSR wants to wish him a happy birthday since we're not on tomorrow, unless there's something controversial happens, and we do
Like really, really
happen to hop on.
But I
Tomorrow's the Lord's Day. Screw you. See, I'm just kidding.
think, so I use social media a lot, and I have over the last 10 years because not only is it fun to put up memes and dress up in cosplay and do stuff like that. That's all fun and games. But also I advertise the other podcast and this podcast on social media because that is the best way in the world to show people nowadays. I mean, how many people, like most people are looking at their phone, they're not watching TV. So actually putting up a commercial on TV and spending all that money when you could just do it for free on social media. But at the same time, you have to be a little bit restrictive of how much you do it because then people get annoyed by like, oh, dude, why is everything that you're putting out in advertisement for your show? We're tired of seeing this crap. And I'm in agreement because I'd be tired if it was me and I'm looking at it like, dude, why is this dude everything that this guy puts up is just an advertisement for his show? So you got to be, I think there's a balance. But at the same time, I think that it's a good thing because, like it says, because Star Wars advertising, we get all the trailers on social media. Everything comes out on social media. News comes out on social media. Shelby Sprinkles, thank you for joining us.
Happy
Bodie
birthday.
Collection.
I'm sorry. Happy birthday. I didn't want to beat a dead
Shade.
horse. Yes. I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
But at the same point, if you look at the numbers, the actual numbers of people that have
You're like an asshole.
now have said that they hate Star Wars because of social media, it's been a very detrimental thing that has come. And that has a lot to do with doxing and gatekeeping and all the whatever terms, trolling and everything that comes in. That's caused people to not like Star Wars at all. They're like, I can't stand Star Wars because how they were treated. And from like 2013, when there was over 1 billion fans through the entertainment census worldwide to now being less than 300 million, that is a big jump and a drop of numbers of people that admit that they're Star Wars fans. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way that they are treated on social media.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just think about gatekeeping, let me just explain what gatekeeping is on social media. Gatekeeping is an extremely toxic form of online trolling, not only on social media, but in real life too. Gatekeeping can be simply explained as barring people from taking part in the community or a community as a whole based on things such as how much they know, how big of a fan they are, excluding some people because of their race, sex, belief, or their different point of view. I mean, that's kind of harsh. How many times have we seen it? Oh, you can't be that character because you're black, or you can't be that character because you're white. But this is a character that is not even real. This is a completely made up character. So who's to say that whoever made him up, you know what I'm saying, just made up that character? They didn't have a content of, black and white, especially when it comes to Marvel. I mean, we do it in a sense, just basically, I mean, we did it on this show. We completely gatekeep the whole freaking community because we had a show based on cosplay and didn't allow all the cosplayers to come in. We only focused on Star Wars. We didn't allow people that did Marvel and, anime and all that stuff come on there. So we gatekeep to a certain extent. But then when you think about a niche, in a niche, you are talking about a certain thing. So it wasn't intentional gatekeeping, but it still was a form of gatekeeping because we didn't allow everybody to participate. So when you look at it, it's a very thin line that you have to play because it's like, okay, we're a Star Wars-based podcast, so why would we have anime cosplayers on here when we're talking about Star Wars? But at the same time, we're excluding somebody because we have niche down to a certain topic. So it's very hard. And social media causes these type of influxes that no matter what you do, you're pushing somebody aside. And then when it comes into like the trolling and all of that stuff, you got people that's going to say negative comments all the time. No matter how much you try to be positive, you can't please everybody, no matter how hard you try. And I think that that's one of the things that needs to be generalized. But we can't censor things. If we censor, just imagine if they came in and said, okay, you can't express your opinion about something. That would get rid of all the cosplayers. That would get rid of everybody that's making memes. That's getting rid of, because that's basically all these things are a form of expression. So it's like, this is a very fine line that we constantly skate on when dealing with social media that can cause stress, but it can also cause joy. When you start getting a lot of likes on something, I mean, I was ecstatic when I put out a post and then next thing you know, I had 300,000 likes. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Like, this is crazy. How can I get 300,000 likes on a post? You know what I'm saying? It's not even, and it wasn't even that good of a post, not to me anyway. I was just saying, I need something to throw up here and go. So it's really, really, it's a really, really sloping edge that we're on when it deals with social media. Now, the numbers show that it has drastically hurt Star Wars as a franchise. That's what the numbers show. But have we just weaned out some of the people that wasn't truly Star Wars fans to begin with? Because we have, it's just like Star Wars is like basically like a sports team. We have some fair weather fans. You're a fan as long as the franchise is doing good and everything is fitting to your ideas. But as soon as it's not fitting to your ideas, then you up and leave. So is it all because of the bad things that happen on social media? I don't believe it is.
Yeah.
But I think social media does have a big role to play in it.
Yeah. I wouldn't attribute like Star Wars decline to social media. I'd attribute it to like maybe other things. I think social media is just a way. It's
the sequel trilogy.
Like, this day and age is just the public square. That's just how people are going to communicate. Whether you like it or not, that's just how it's going to be. Social media is how people across the world communicate with each other. And so whether you like it or not, that's just the way of the future. And so it's become a lot of a public square and a fast way for ideas to spread. And so if negativity is a dominant thing, then it's going to spread through social media. I don't think it's necessarily social media's fault as it is. Maybe that's just the world, and social media is just reflecting what the people are behind their screens.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think that we come from, our whole existence as human has been negative. Everything that's happened, wars and conquering disease and just, and especially news. Somebody can say, oh, this is happening in Star Wars, and it's something that's great. And the news goes up, and then it comes back down pretty quickly. But you say, Ewan McGregor died. Oh, my God, we'll be talking about that for a year from now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something negative. Even though, okay, Ewan McGregor ain't dying. I'm not trying to speak nothing into existence. I'm just using it as an example. When negative things happen, it seems like we talk about it a lot more. And that's just because it's our nature as humans. We remember, think about it like this. In life, you don't remember all the positive things that happen in your life, but you definitely remember all the negative things that happen in your life. Like, dang, man, that was very bad, and that just sticks with you forever. Mm-hmm. It's like we're almost designed to be miserable at times. Like, wait, why do we remember these things? But that's the things that impact us the most. You know, it falls back to the old, you know. Okay, somebody else go. I forgot. It completely just went by. I forgot what I was saying.
Chris, the second to the bottom, he pulled up a pretty fair point there. My thoughts are objectively, you can say the sequels were not great. There are those that can blow it out of proportion and bring negative connotation to Star Wars. We do it in a playful manner.
Yeah.
We may not personally like them. That's how I'm going to put this, because a lot of people have been asking. I've even been asked at work. I have friends that like the sequel trilogy. Why don't you like it? Well, it's not that movie. Those movies weren't for me. That wasn't my generation to grow up and watch. 1, 2, and 3 was my generation growing up and watch. And the Clone Wars, and a little bit of Rebels. I may not personally like them. There's stuff I can nitpick and think about and like, oh yeah, I like that part and I like that part and I like that part and I like that part. But that's about it. I mean, I don't say that I hate them, because hate's a strong word. I mean, there are things I can like and dislike about Star Wars. And I think that needs to be accepted into this universe, because you can't like everything. You can't be a yes man or a yes woman or whatever you identify as. I'm not trying to say what anybody is, but I think you should be allowed to not like something and be straight up just kicked off the internet for it. Exactly. I think having opinions and having conversations, not arguments, conversations about a topic. Like Kyle and I will talk about Darth Bane. Personally, he's not my favorite Sith Lord. But I can't argue with him that he is not a powerful motherfucker. I can't argue with him about that. He OG. But I like other things, and I think that should be accepted into this universe.
I think with the sequels, you can say like two kind of big things about it. First one is, I think a lot of people were expecting a lot from the sequels. Like, we haven't had Star Wars in how long? Disney's this huge company that has the potential to make, like, with all their resources, to make the perfect Star Wars, and it didn't come out as perfect. So its negatives definitely got highlighted. And then on the other side, I think if you compare it to like the prequels, when the prequels came out, people didn't like the prequels. So I think comparing the two, like, prequels were, not the best movies, but amazing Star Wars. And then with Disney, I feel like they sought to like, hey, we're going to try to make a good movie, but it was not good Star Wars, if that makes sense.
This is one of the things that you have to remember. And this kind of goes back to the census. You got to remember that 1977, if you was, 20 years old when you went and seen the original film, you're 64 years old now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have passed away that were Star Wars fans just because of, you got sicknesses and all this crap and old age and just everything. Not to say that somebody 64 is going to pass away. My dad's 83. But, so a lot of fandom will fell off just because of age. Then you have the newer movies that they didn't relate to. We're not supposed to like and relate to everything. Everything is based. Like, I am an original trilogy super fan, but my favorite movie is still Revenge of the Sith. That movie was just a great movie to me. I was like, it's just dope. You cannot beat that lightsaber scene. The Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsaber scene is probably one of the dopest sword fighting scenes ever in the history of time. I love Star Wars. I love all Star Wars. I love the sequels. But I don't have to like it. There was something that I used to say all the time when I was younger. I can love you from a distance. I ain't got to be close to you to love you. And I love the sequels from a distance. I love it because of Star Wars. I love everything that has to do with Star Wars. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to like what it is. The Force Awakens, just a remake of the first movie of A New Hope. That's all it is. And it's basically on the concept because in the original ones, Luke was supposed to be a female when they first started writing it. So all they did is take George's idea of what they did and they just rewrote it a little bit and made a new story. It's basically the same story. The seventh one, they just did. It's not that I don't like the movie. I just don't like the way that they did Luke. The movie was okay. It was all right. If it was a standalone movie, I would like it. It would be way better. But they did Luke just dirty. And then The Last Jedi, there was a lot of action. The story was just lacking to me. And you brought back Palpatine. Like, dude, come on now. Even George said
You brought back Lando too. You can't forget Lando. Don't you dare
but
forget
Lando
Billy
wasn't
D.
dead. Palpatine was dead. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, come on now. Y'all reaching for the stars at this point.
Yeah.
Not that they're not good movies. I'm not saying they're not good movies. I do watch them. When I sit down, I watch all the movies together. I watch every single one of them. I don't just watch the first three or, the prequels or the originals. I watch all of them all together. Rogue One, Solo, I watch them all together in sequence. So that's where. Oh, what happened? We lost.
She probably pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, let me fix it.
Yeah, I was like, can you fix that? That's a really good close up though. But you were saying
I like them all. And that's the thing. So if I post about something, everybody needs to realize too that we're just joking. We're ultimately joking. We might not necessarily like the sequels the best, but it's the ongoing joke. How long have we been talking crap about the sequels? It's just an ongoing joke. It's just something that we joke about. Yeah. It's not that we're discrediting Star Wars. I hate Star Wars because of the sequels. Like, dude, that's stupid. Well, anybody that says I hate in all the Star Wars movies because you didn't like the sequels, you're generalizing. You're putting all of Star Wars into a bundle, and you're throwing it out the window because you didn't like one thing.
It's hard to see, like on TikTok, like because a lot of sequel fans are on there, the cosplay and everything. But the hate that they get and the comments that are said to them, it's just crazy to me. Like, okay, you don't like something, I get that. That's fine, but you don't have to be rude to somebody. It's just like so much negativity, and I don't understand it. I don't get it.
So that falls back into the, the gatekeeping and the doxing and stuff like that. It is just sad.
Well, the point I was going to bring up is Kyle likes Revenge of the Sith. Right? Oh, you got a point. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So CJ tells me I don't like the sequels. Okay. I love the sequels. We have agreed to disagree. Mm-hmm. The problem is people say you're not a Star Wars fan because you like the sequels. Yep. Or you don't know anything about Star Wars because you like the sequels. This is the thing. What makes social media good is the ability to say I like or dislike something or express your opinion. That's what makes them good. What makes them bad is when people try to go in and tell somebody that they're wrong for their opinion. It's your opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and you're entitled to your opinion. If everybody liked everything, the world would suck. It would not be good. And then they would come out with crappy products. Everybody would, because there was nobody there to say, I didn't like it. The reason that writers and directors and creators of films and animated series and comic books and, everything, video games, is because they listen to, the two sides of the story. Some people like it, some people. They know they can't please everybody. Then they say, okay, got this information, and then most of them, 99% of them, they make what they want to make. They make what they're going to like. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Just like this podcast, we come on here and we talk about the things that we want to talk about. We do listen to what everybody says in the chat, and we take that into consideration and the comments and stuff we get and the things that we see. But at the same time, in all reality, we're going to make the content that we want to make because these are topics that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We can't please everybody, and it's impossible to try. It's impossible.
I think at the same time with social media, though, is like one person will share their opinion and the other person shares theirs. And I don't know, I've had it happen like 100 times. Reading something versus like hearing it face to face can bring totally different connotations. Like reading a text versus like hearing someone say it, the text always sounds like way worse, like mean almost. And so maybe sometimes in social media, like someone's just sharing their opinion, they just suck at typing, and so they come across like a dick. And so maybe we're like seeing toxic and mean and rude where it isn't necessarily there. But then on the flip side, because they're behind the screen, people do get a little bit more brave and do get a little bit more snarky than they wouldn't in real life. So at the same, like, it just amplifies it, I feel like.
So the point I was going to say before I rudely interrupted Kyle was Kyle likes his all-time favorite movie is Revenge of the Sith. That was my generation of watching Star Wars. His generation, not to age you, Kyle, but
All right, I'm old, y'all. It's
is the original trilogy. You know, he grew up watching the original trilogy. I grew up watching 1, 2, and 3. But his movie is Revenge of the Sith. That's his number one movie. My number one movie is ESB. I love Empire Strikes Back. That is my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing Star Wars was supposed to be, and it has drastically changed. Was anybody of any age can like a certain movie, and everybody can just agree that Star Wars is fucking awesome. That we love it. This is us. This is our community. Just like the Harry Potter community, the Lord of the Rings community, all these things. You cannot like something in this community and still be friends with each other. That is the biggest point I'm trying to get across here. Yes, we can argue, we can bicker, we can get. Oh, God, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I was thinking you were going to say something behind.
Oh, go ahead.
But that's the thing. We can argue, we can have arguments, but at the end of the day, we still need to be friends and get together and band together as a community and just get along. Yes, we can argue, but we can argue within it ourselves. We can argue and be like, yo, I didn't really like Rey, but I thought Poe was cool. Or, oh, I didn't really like that scene, but this scene was cool. I love Poe.
Poe's my favorite character in all of the sequel trilogies. Poe is what made the whole movie good. Like, that's what made the movies good. Poe always had something crazy to say. Or Finn's just antics and he just being a scary punk. And it's just hilarious to me.
Nobody liked, there was a bunch of people that liked The Rise of Skywalker. I was not particularly one of them, but my favorite parts in that movie is when everybody's like, oh, you were a spice runner? Oh, you were a stormtrooper? You were a spice runner? Weren't you a scavenger? We can do this all day.
My favorite part of the whole sequel trilogy is when he's like, do you talk first? Do I talk first? Do you talk first? That is hilarious. It's just funny to me. Like, every time I see it, I laugh. Because it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Is somebody going to talk? We just staring at each other.
I like in The Last Jedi when he's in the X-Wing and he's just being mean to Hux. He's like, I got an important transmission for General Hux from his mom.
and to your point, CJ, about like people having different opinions on Star Wars, that's just a reflection of the world. Like, people just cannot deal with people who disagree with them. They can't overcome those disagreements and accept, hey, we're drastically different. So I think that's a problem with like the world as a whole.
Right.
And we're not supposed to agree on everything. We're not supposed to. If everybody agreed, we'd all be robots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole thing about individuality is the ability to disagree and agree on things if you choose. It's up to you. You know, I thought about it like this. So I went to a convention in Kansas City, and I had a whole bunch of people talking about, okay, you know, I hate Darth Sway, blah, 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 blah. Your cosplay sucks. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be at this convention, show up at this convention. Everybody told me my costume was great. Oh, man, who are you, man? Oh, man, that's cool that you came up with your own idea, blah, 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 blah. I didn't have one person try to fight me because I dared them to. Like, come on, please. Come fight me. If you really think you're that bad and you're that tough, come on. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to talk stuff about whatever my cosplay is. So what if I made my own character? I didn't want to be nobody else's character. I wanted to make my own storyline. I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to be the same as everybody else or be a stormtrooper or be a Mandalorian. Not that I'm anything against that. If that's what you want to do what you want to do.
Yep.
If you want to be Wolverine stormtrooper, do it. If you want to be, you know what I'm saying, Captain Marvel that is a Mandalorian, do it. Do what you want to do. Can't nobody stop. Somebody gonna come to your house and put a gun to your head and say you can't do that? No. Most of the time it's somebody that's in a basement. I'm generalizing here. You know what I'm saying? That has no life, and they're just they're doing it for a reason, or somebody that has the right to do so. You know, when it comes down, and it's not even that they're trying to say that your stuff is bad or that their stuff is better, that they've been around for 40 years doing it. They went through the beatings and the ridicule to say that, okay, wait a minute, yours is not screen accurate. You know what I'm saying? They're just giving an opinion. It's still just their opinion. Screw their opinion. Do what you want to do.
Yep.
You know, that's what I mean, because there's been a lot of, especially I see it a lot coming from people that are in, you know, like groups. And it's real funny that these groups get together. The group was supposed to be about lifting up Star Wars, but then they put down other people that's not in their groups.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It's like, dude, that doesn't make no sense. At all.
Aggressive for relax. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're in your addict.
At least it's not the basement.
Yeah, it's not the basement. It's fine.
Hey, that's okay. I was in the closet for the first couple episodes, so
It was like first
Hi,
20
I
episodes.
cannot say
not,
your
not that
name.
kind of yeah.
I cannot
I
say
was
your
like
name, but
physically
hello,
in a physical closet.
Javi's surname?
The sound.
I can't say that.
Yeah, Javi.
But hello, thanks for joining us.
But yeah, it's all about when you break it down. Star Wars is supposed to be a community based on Star Wars. Everything that we're doing, you come out and you dress up like a stormtrooper, you're stealing. You are stealing somebody else's idea.
Yeah.
You come out with a meme, you're stealing somebody else's idea. No matter what you put on there, oh, I changed it. I added words to it. It's still Disney. It's still George Lucas. They're the creators of this. So you're stealing their stuff. So none of us have a right to any of this content at all. None of us have a right to it other than to watch it and enjoy it and read it and whatever. Other than that, we have no rights to any of this content. But we all use the content. We all create from this content. And that's all that it is. And joining together, it's just like the old legends and canon stuff. George Lucas himself said if he didn't write it, if he didn't make it, if he didn't do it, it's not canon. So everything that Disney has done is not canon. Every book ever written is not canon. Every comic book that's ever been written is not canon. None of this stuff is canon. We literally got 6 films and the Clone Wars. That's it. And not even the last season, season 7. It's only 1 through 6 is canon. Everything else, everything is legends. And that's in George Lucas's own words. So, and he said it, basically, he said it like this. He said, Star Wars has 3 parts. And he said it just like this, not to offend anybody, because this is the way he said it. He said, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Father, which is him, he's the one that dictates what is Star Wars. The Father, the Son is everybody else. And then the Holy Spirit is the fans. That's how he generalized it. So, in all reality, anything that's not the 6 films and Star Wars, the Clone Wars, everything else is legends. But we argue about legends and canon all the time. That's not canon. That's legends. You know, it's like, this is stupid because 99% of the time it's wrong anyway. Because people are arguing about the Mandalorian, talking about that's not canon. Well, technically it's not canon. Or it has to be canon. That Mandalorian wasn't in the show. Well, Mandalorian itself is not canon. It's legends. Because it was created by somebody other than George Lucas.
Well, it was thrown into the Clone Wars, which it was confirmed by George Lucas. But anything after that Clone Wars Mandalorian stint is all hearsay. Like when you watch these products that have been made by Disney, it says based on a story written by George Lucas. It's based on. It's not written by George Lucas, the maker himself. It is based on a story around that. And
he states that in his Washington Post thing. If it says based on, it's not canon. And that's everything after the first 6 movies and the Clone Wars. Everything else it says based on characters created by George Lucas. If it says that, it's not canon. It's legends. So when we look at it like that, we're arguing over something. And this is the biggest argument within the Star Wars community. Is it legends or canon? And almost always the person is wrong that's arguing the fact. That's what's so sad. But we have multiple accounts that are putting up technically fake Star Wars, fake canon, calling it canon and then arguing with people about it. Like, why does it matter? Is it Star Wars? George Lucas told us to love Star Wars no matter if it was legend or canon. He said, canon is my creation. But I encourage Star Wars, all of its content. He encouraged people to create more Star Wars stuff. But then we want to argue on what this great creator that created and gave us all this wonderful things that we love so much about Star Wars. He just went in and, he told us to not be this way. What if George Lucas was just a dick and said, hey, screw all y'all. Y'all can't use none of my content. And just basically, we wouldn't have no social media that had to do with Star Wars because every time something that had to do with Star Wars popped up, just got deleted or got a copyright claim against it. We wouldn't have none of the fan films. We wouldn't have none of the all the great funny memes that we have. We wouldn't have none of this stuff because people want to argue. Because what if George just was like, hey, man, screw y'all?
Jeez, Bodie.
That was funny.
What are you doing?
Actually, in the interview that he did, that George did, there was never, it was in writing. And he explicitly told them that he didn't want the sequel trilogy to ever be made. It was supposed to end with the death of Darth Vader. That's where it was supposed to end.
Right.
He said he never had any idea of the last 3 movies to be made. There was never any inkling to have them movies made.
Well, and the thing was is that he even stated that he had made 3 more movies that he was thinking about doing after the original 6, but it wasn't supposed to be a sequel to it. It was just supposed to be kind of like little independents. Like, oh, this is what Han and Leia are doing, or hey, this is Luke at the temple, or hey, this is Kashyyyk, and like it was supposed to be stuff like that. Disney turned around and it was like, nope, we're going to add more to this story and confuse the hell out of people. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, we got great things out of it. We got great things out of it.
Jedi. Didn't know Jedi fly in other ones. We got Luke expressing his powers on how much he could do and how strong he became in the Force. We would have never got them things without Disney, even though it kind of was, things that George didn't want. But Disney put their own spin on it. You can't hate Disney for being Disney. That's what Disney does. They're trying to make stuff that we're going to like. That's it. That's all they're trying to do. Their object is to make money. They spent, $3 billion on buying Star Wars. You think that they need to make their money back? They need to make their money back plus some. That was the whole. Why buy something if you're not going to make no money off it? Why buy a franchise if you're not going to make no money off of it?
Yep.
And they're looking at. They got marketing people, and what marketing people do is they go out here and find what people are going to like. So they ask a bunch of people. Okay, so say they ask 1,000 people. They do a marketing research survey, and they ask 1,000 people what type of things that you would like in Star Wars. Well, it just happens that 700 of those 1,000 people are under the age of 20. What are they going to say? They're going to say, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, because it's something that applies to them. It's not somebody that's going to apply to something that's me. And since more young people are going to sit back and answer the surveys, because I'm just going to hang up on them anyway, because as soon as they call me, they're going to be like, this is a marketing click. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been listening to that crap for 30 years. I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to hear that. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. So when you got 700 young people saying this is the type of movies I want, that's the type of movies they make. Because trust me, they do marketing surveys. Every major corporation does marketing surveys. And Disney guaranteed that they do one. They have people that are constantly going through social media. They're constantly going through Reddit. They're constantly looking for things to get ideas from. That's what these marketing people do. That's what they're paid to do. These research people are paid to find out information. And that's what they do. And then they give them their results. And them results become whatever they decide to make. And I'm not saying that they just take that whole thing. I've worked in marketing research before, and they don't just take it all, but they kind of look at it and say, okay, we got 100 people that want to see Jedi, we got 20 people that want to see Mandalorian, and we got 5 people that want to see this. So they say they take them top 2 ideas, and that's what they create, and then they put their own twist on it. They do what they want. Jedi were never supposed to fly, but we plainly see Rey floating in the air in The Rise of Skywalker. Jedis can't fly. They are not superheroes. George didn't ever want them to be superheroes. He wanted them to have special abilities, but not be, he wasn't trying to copy Marvel or anybody else. He didn't want them to be superheroes. They can't die, and he didn't ever want none of those things. So when you really break it down, it wasn't meant to be what Disney what George thought process was, but Disney, it's a whole nother corporation, and they own it. They can do what they want. Just like if we got up tomorrow and said, all right, we're going to sell LSR to somebody else. We're going to sell it to somebody else and let 4 creators, they can do whatever they want. If they come on here and want to talk about Marvel or they want to talk about Star Trek, they have the right to do it because we sold it. It no longer belongs to us. We have no rights to anything that we say unless we have it in written contract. And we don't know what the contract stated in between Lucas or George Lucas and Star Wars. So there ain't no point in arguing about none of this stuff. That's what I don't get about social media, because everybody wants to argue about stuff that we have no rights to. We have no rights to argue about it all. We are not the creators of this. We are just fans of something that was created. We enjoy it. So why not just talk about it in an enjoyment state? And Garrison, I do agree with you. A lot of things when it comes to texting seems like you're being a dick. You do it to me all the
Look at our group
time.
chat. Our group chat is a prime example of that. We can type something out. Like in the beginning when we were all just starting to get to know each other. This is before you, Kim. I apologize.
You're fine.
I couldn't understand half these guys as like what their attitude was, and I was like, okay, I need to read this as like a normal text message, and then we'd be in an argument. I don't know if Kyle's just going out of his way to be an ass or Garrison's like being snarky about his comments. So I'm like trying to be openly objective about the situation. I'm like, maybe we're just having a normal conversation. Maybe your anxiety needs to go away in this moment and just have the conversation. We're going to see each other on Saturday. I'll find out if somebody was pissed off or not.
And it's not, we all have emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all gonna get upset about something. But that doesn't, like I say, don't ever take nothing in the chat personal. Don't take it personal, because it's not meant to be personal. We're just having a discussion about something. You know, it could go either way. There's never a right or wrong, because nobody knows. Like, there's been too many times, and we actually lost one of our hosts because of that, Mark. You know what I'm saying? He took something the wrong way. That was all it was. He took something the wrong way, and it was like, dude, what are you talking about? And then next thing you know, he just quit. And it's like, oh, hold up. What are you talking about? Like, what happened? And that's just the types of things that happen. That's why you can't take this Star Wars is a personal experience that everybody experienced personally. But at the same time, that personal experience is your experience. It's not the next person's experience.
I think that reflects a lot in like the question the chat is asking. Like, is it
Yeah.
like is it the older or younger generation that causes more of that negativity? And I think it's probably both. It's one. I'd probably say, like, to generalize, it's a huge generalization, but like one of the groups might be more expressive about their opinions, and the other group might just take it more personally. So I think that might even be a thing. Like, some people take it personally, and some people, and then they respond personally instead of reading it for, this is just my opinion. Yeah.
Star Wars was not supposed to be taken personally. You know, we're not supposed to take this. This is when you start taking things personally and you start trying to take everything out of content, you limit Star Wars. You start putting limitations on what Star Wars is truly about. Star Wars is about enjoyment. We should never not be enjoying Star Wars. If you're on Facebook looking at stuff and you're reading comments and stuff like that, it should be enjoyment. There shouldn't be no negativity involved in there. And the hard problem about finding, like, because I did a lot of research on the numbers, like looking at like the census and entertainment census and stuff like that from yesterday till today. I mean, I spent probably about 6-7 hours looking to it, but there's not an age range that can be based on, because you can't go and click on somebody's profile picture and it doesn't, if they don't input their age so you can see how old they are, you don't know.
Yeah.
So you don't know, and if they don't got no pictures of what they look like or anything, which you could be completely wrong, because most people look at me and don't think I'm 44. You know, they don't be like, oh, you're 44 years old. I'm like, yeah, I'm 44. When you look at me, I don't look 44. So it's too hard to guess what the age range would be. I think personally, a lot of the original prequel and sequel trilogy arguments are different. People that are based in the age range of when them movies came out. You know, the older people are more stuck. Original trilogy is the only true Star Wars. Prequel trilogy is the best Star Wars. No, the sequels is the best. I think that has to do with the age range that's based on that. But that's just my opinion. But I don't know. And there isn't no census data that actually tells you. I mean, you have age ranges of, you know, Star Wars fans. But, I mean, that goes everywhere from 10 years old to 70 years old or 80 years old. So, I mean, they give you the numbers there. Like, I can look at the analytics of this show and I can sit back and see that most of our viewers are in between the ages of 18 and 44. So I can look at that and I can look at, and see which we have the highest demographic is 28 to 35. Is the most people that watch our show. So I can look at them demographics, but that's the show. That's not, I can't look at the demographics of the world and then it's too hard. We have countries that don't even know what Star Wars is because they don't even have the internet. And then we have countries that have the internet and they can watch Star Wars, but they're limited by what they can put out into the world because they're restricted by their country's governing bodies. So it's too hard to come up with a true number. When I looked at the 2013 census and there said there was over 1 billion people that said they like Star Wars, I was like, holy crap, that's 1 billion people? Like, how did y'all get this information? Which I think is biased because it's impossible. The only way they could get the exact numbers is if they could ask every person that's on the world, and that's impossible.
You'd have to go door to door.
Yeah.
You'd have to hit every apartment complex, every store, because some people aren't home. Like, it's impossible. But the main topic that we're hitting on here is that Star Wars is about the community that we are. We're not supposed to be mean to each other. We're not supposed to be like I was saying earlier. We can argue amongst ourselves as in fans. Like, I can argue with Garrison all day, but at the end of the day, we're still going to be friends. We're still going to be texting each other. I can argue with Kyle.
Each other every day.
Oh, I know we do.
Yeah, that's basically the show.
But that's the thing. At the end of the day, after our argument, we still message each other in the group chat and we still have conversations. We still pull up funny stuff. And I think that's what fans need to realize is that you can have that opinion, you can have that thought, but at the same time, don't be a dick. Just don't.
Can I ask y'all a question? I know we have Karens, but what do they call the guy version
Steve's.
of that?
I'm going with Steve's. Or Kevin.
Somebody said the other day it was Kyle's. I was like, oh, ain't that a bitch?
Man, it's gonna suck being Kyle.
I was like, oh man, I thought it was Kevin. The Karens and Kevins. I was like, oh man, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Where did Kyle come into it?
But no, my point
I
is
just call
that
guys that are jerks Karens too because I think it's funny. Like, why you acting like a Karen?
I just think we need to come together and understand that we're a huge fan base. And yes, we can disagree, but we can also be okay with disagreeing with each other at the end of every day and still be friends. Like I said, I argue with guys at work all the time that don't like Star Wars. They like Harry Potter or they like this or they like that. Cool. You can like Harry Potter. I'm still love Star Wars. I have it tattooed on me.
My arch enemy is Star Trek fans. That's my arch enemy.
Yeah, that's always going to be my thing.
The messed up thing about it, I like Star Trek. I will watch Star Trek. The movies, The Wrath of Khan, that shit is crazy. We put that slug in his ear, like, oh God, Lord, oh Jesus, that's so terrible. I like the movies. I watched them with my mom. But if I had a choice between Star Wars and Star Trek, I'm going to pick Star Wars every single time. No questions asked.
Good representation of those two is people need to go on and watch Fanboys. I don't know if anybody's seen Fanboys. It's about a group of guys that are going to go break into the Skywalker Ranch, and they have to meet with William Shatner, who's got the plans for it to get into.
I think I've seen part of it.
Yeah, and that was that age of the 90s before Phantom Menace, where Trekkies and Star Wars guys were going at each other.
You know, when I was coming up
stuff.
When I was coming up with the quiz question for today's thing, do you know there's actually a scene in Star Wars where the USS Enterprise flies by? You can see behind Padme in the window. I was like, what?
No.
Really? Yeah, there's actually a picture of it. It's the USS Enterprise flying through space behind the Coruscant behind thing. So it's like, dude, there's Star Trek in Star Wars. What are you guys talking about?
Bodie Collections, my Circle K clerk, and I always talk and mess with each other because he's a Trekkie. Yes.
And see, that's the thing. We are all fans. We should have fun. Yeah. This is all about having fun. Dude, one of the things that makes my day is when I go on TikTok or Instagram and I see cosplayers dressed up or I see funny memes. I don't care who created a meme. I don't know about none of that stuff. Most of the memes I put up is because somebody sent it to the damn podcast. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, so I throw it up there. I'm not paying attention to all that stuff. Who cares? Like, why does it matter who created? If I create something, because people have used a gang of the things that I've created, I don't complain. I don't go in and say, oh, you didn't credit me. I don't care. Like, have fun. It's about laughter. It's about having fun. It's about enjoying. If somebody, 10 people share my meme and 100 people laughed off of them 10 or shares or stole my meme and used it and 100 people laughed off of that, I don't care because I got 100 laughs. That's what I'm looking at. I don't need credit. I don't need accreditation of, I made this. I don't need that. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. I want people to laugh and enjoy. You know, I want people. Why do you think I always say crazy stuff on this podcast? Because I want people to laugh and have fun. I don't want people to come here and be like, this is the most boring show I've ever watched. No, I want people to laugh and enjoy what we're talking about.
Yep.
Even if it's something serious like now. You see, I'm throwing in crazy antics and do stuff. That's why we called it the outrageous Star Wars show. We didn't call it the boring and slow Star Wars show that we talk about controversial topics. We didn't call it that. We called it the outrageous Star Wars show because we're going to talk about controversial topics. But at the same time, we're going to try to bring some enjoyment, some fun, and things like that to it, because that's what Star Wars is truly about, having fun. Getting took out of that our everyday ordained lives of just boring, go to work, come home, cook dinner, eat, go to sleep, random repeat over and over and over again. Pop on Star Wars now, I'm immersed in the Star Wars universe. Or I go on YouTube and I watch, one of the other podcasts, or I watch, Star Wars Explained, or if I watch something else. I don't care if they're right or wrong. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if they're right or wrong. Is it about Star Wars? Am I enjoying what they're talking about? That's it. I don't care about all that stuff. Just like I've never been this big opponent of canon and legends. Like, it's Star Wars to me. I read all the books. None of them are canon. But they're fun. Like, I get to hear about Jedi and Sith and alien species and being in outer space. And, I get to be immersed in that world for a minute. I don't have to worry about anything else. I get to have fun. It's about having fun. You don't go to Galaxy's Edge to say, this isn't canon specific. Y'all need to change this, because you go there to have fun. You don't give a shit about none of that stuff. You want to have fun. You want to create a lightsaber. You want to make a droid. You don't go there to care about whether or not it's canon specific. You don't care. Don't nobody give a shit. Like, you're there to have fun. Now, if I go to the damn hotel and I get robbed and it looks like Battlestar Galactica, I'm going to be mad as hell. But, it's about having fun. That's all this stuff. George Lucas wanted to create an experience where people could get out of their ordained, boring-ass lives and enjoy something. And we take that away when we be negative about it. We take that away from every Star Wars fan, every person that enjoys it, that doesn't care about any of these things. You take that away from them. And I think that that's the biggest travesty when it comes to social media, is because you're taking people's enjoyment of Star Wars away when you go in and you dox them, or you gatekeep, or you troll them, or you just be negative. You just take that away.
I think with that, though, with all of this, the biggest thing
CJ,
is like,
shut up. Let Kim talk for a minute. We've been talking for
well, all I've got to say is that people are going to come at us for this. I can already sense it. I can already feel it. Yes, we do talk about the negative things that we personally, as a personal person, like me, as an I, don't like, or as in Kyle doesn't like, or Kim doesn't like, or Garrison. But that don't mean we hate Star Wars or we're being a negative fan. It's just something we don't like. It's just not something that, we appreciate that it was made, but at the same time, it's like, did you really have to do that? But it's not us hating Star Wars. And I think that's what fans need to understand, because we have had a couple people on social media be really negative towards us and say some things. Yeah, and that's where I'm getting at, is you can say that you don't want to watch us because we're negative. We're not negative. We're just giving you an honest opinion. Whether you take it as negativity or you take it as an honest opinion is completely up to you. We're giving you that choice to whether to like us or to hate us.
I told one person, I said, what made you the social media police? To tell me that my opinion is wrong.
I think at the same time, like, you got to ask yourself, like, if CJ makes a comment and I don't like it, first I got to ask, all right, who's CJ? He's a guy just sharing his opinion. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Whatever, right? No offense to you.
Ouch.
But then I have to ask myself another question. Who the hell am I? I'm just some asshole sitting behind my computer sharing my opinions. I don't know nothing either. So why get offended when two guys who don't really know much about anything disagree with each other? At the end of the day, just don't take them and don't take yourself too seriously.
that aggressively relaxing. Thank you.
Hey, there's something that I really have to, that I think about a lot. Okay, this is something that really resonates with me. Okay, I had somebody come on my Instagram, or I think it was my Instagram, and said, I used to love your show, but then you guys started being so negative about, the stuff or about some of the things going on. Basically, Boba Fett. I'm pretty sure that they were going off because I think it was a Boba Fett post. And this is the thing that I told him. And I usually don't answer the comments, but I needed to explain this to this person. I said, just because it's Star Wars doesn't make it good. I can love Star Wars as a whole, but that doesn't necessarily mean that series was good to me. This is just my opinion. It's just like I love chicken, but if somebody burns the chicken, that chicken ain't good. You know what I'm saying? It's basically the same concept. I am a critic too. I'm going to criticize the things that I like and I dislike.
Sorry.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. It's okay not to like something. Like I love Star Wars. I was not the biggest fan of the Boba Fett series. I think that they should have created a whole different character to play that part and do all that. I think Disney was some propagandists and they used the Boba Fett name to promote this show that to me was not Boba Fett. That's just my opinion though. Like I like the show as a standalone, but not as being Boba Fett. Boba Fett is not that guy. And I got a lot of hate on Instagram and TikTok because I put up a thing, Boba Fett, I saved the town. I'm not that guy. And that was all the meme said. It was funny. I thought it was funny anyway. And a lot of people said, nah, man, that was one of the greatest series ever, blah, 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 blah. I was like, dude, you're missing the point here. You know what I'm saying? The point is completely over your head. And that's just the reality of the situation. The reality of it is that it's about having fun. That's it. I don't have to like everything. Nobody has to like everything. And you can't not just stand on something. You have to like it because of Star Wars. Why? Mm-hmm. That's not the truth. I love the Bad Batch. I'm not a big fan of the Clone Wars. Never was. I like Rebels. I love Rebels. Wasn't a big fan of the Clone Wars. I can't stand the holiday special. There's people out there that love the holiday special. It is okay. Can I argue with them? Yeah. Can we have fun and joke about it? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that it's going to change my mind about liking it. I just don't like it. It's okay to not like something. It is. Go ahead.
As long as people can, like for me, if people can have a conversation about it and not get into a fight, that's fine. You know what I mean? But it's like so much aggression towards, if you don't agree with somebody's opinion. And I don't understand that. So I always go into a situation. I say, well, it's my opinion. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, I get that. But let's have a civil conversation. But it's hard.
I cannot say your name.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
your name is.
where I'm at with that. I kept trying to say it. I muted my mic and was trying to say it out loud. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. No
I can't
disrespect.
pronounce that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to mess your name up. I can't pronounce it. But hey, thank you for joining us. There is just a lot of tremendous hate that goes on because people feel like if I have an opinion, you must agree with me. No, that's the thing about opinions. You don't have to. I don't have to agree with your opinion. It's okay. It's all right not to agree with somebody. It's all right to be different. Why does everybody have this thing that they want to be the same? Being the same as Ala Chaz. Okay, that's how he says his name. Ala Chaz. That's the thing that people don't understand is you don't have to agree. You don't. That's what makes us individuals. Being an individual is a great thing because nobody else is like you. If everybody was the same, like I said earlier, the world would suck. It would be terrible. We would have garbage, everything.
It'd be boring. Also, I'm going to shoot back up to Chris's comment about Dylan. Hey, man, you throwing a lot of shade at Dylan. He ain't here to defend himself.
Now, where is Dylan? Dylan ain't been around in a while.
Yeah. But no. Okay, or Stefan.
Why you run them off, CJ?
Steven? Stefan? I'm not gonna.
Oh, Adam, we
now I'm
lost
running
Kim
Kim
again.
off. Kim, damn it.
She keeps touching her phone.
No, but I think honestly, with everything, I think this is a good conversation about this. I mean, there wasn't much. There wasn't
He's
much.
back.
No.
Don't say anything. Do not say a word at all.
We promised we were just all in sorrow that you were gone. We was like, oh man, we made Kim mad. She done clicked off on us. Oh man, she's gonna drop it. She doesn't like us no more.
No.
We ain't cool. She don't want to hang out with us. We ain't part of the cool kids no more.
You guys are the cool kids club. You are.
Oh, well, that's nice. Never heard that in my life. I appreciate it.
I grew up in an era of time when to be a Star Wars fan mean that you was a nerd, you was getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, you're getting.
That's the time period that I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So like to have the ability now to just express my Star Wars opinion, to be on a live show on YouTube and talk about Star Wars with other Star Wars fans. You guys plus the people in the chat is great. You know, to be able to go on social media and be open and free about the things that I can say is cool, because back when I was younger, you would get your ass beat if you was throwing around talking about some Star Wars or dressing up in cosplay. You would have got beat the fuck up. They would have beat your ass. And I know I was one of them guys that do it because I lied to everybody. I ain't no damn Star Wars fan. What are you talking about? I was a straight buster back in the day. I lied because I wasn't getting beat up for it. Hell no. You know, so that's where things have changed, and it's for the positive. So if everybody keeps it positive, then we have a way better thing. Because most of the negative people, they're not going to come to you and be like, hey, you know, I don't like your memes. You know, they're doing it because they're behind. They're telephone tough guys. They're internet warriors.
I like that one. I haven't heard that one. Telephone tough guys. I love that.
You know, they're going to talk a lot of stuff to you because they're clear across the country or clear across the world, and they can say these negative things. The biggest thing, like I told CJ, and didn't I tell you this, CJ? I said, do not get sucked into that negativity. Don't allow it to happen.
I wasn't going to argue back. I was just going to be like, that's your personal opinion, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. And I'll bring it to the team and see what we can talk about. That's about it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
So I think overall, we've come with...
Oh, sorry, guys.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Try it. No.
I think overall we've come up with some like overall rules when it comes to like just Star Wars in general. Don't gatekeep. Don't be a jerk. Don't take others too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Just be chill. Don't take offense to everything. And then I think overall the most important rule is I'm right, and if you disagree with me like Garrison, you're wrong. So
I've been disagreeing with you for the last 7
Palpatine
months.
himself didn't tell you that it was not okay to do it. It's all right to do it. If Palpatine tells you you can't do it because he'll be president, so you know.
And his vice president Ben Swallow.
yes, I'm right.
But no, like I said, I just think if we just band together as a proper community, everything will go back to the way it should be.
Okay, I'm going to ask everybody that's watching the show, including ourselves, and ask everybody in the Star Wars community, Monday morning, I want everybody to wake up and go in and comment something nice to one other Star Wars fan in the community. That right there will change drastically the outcome of Star Wars community in a whole. Just say one kind thing to somebody else, and I guarantee it'll flip this whole community around in one day.
I already know which one Kyle's going to comment in. He's going to find a Twillet cosplayer and be like, you are fine.
Amazing.
I know you probably think I'm a creep now, but it's okay. You're
hey, a podcast told me to do it. It's not personal.
No, that's all it is. It just takes one act of kindness to change the world. Because that one act, like, you know, I try every single day. You know, people say chivalry is dead. I hold the door open. You know, that's something that I do. And I don't just hold the door open for women. I hold the door open for men. I hold the door open for everybody. I try to say thank you and nice things to people and compliment people on the things that they do. You know, like I see a dude walking through the mall yesterday, and he had on a Star Wars shirt. Hey, man, that's a dope shirt. I didn't really like the shirt. It was kind of gay looking. in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
I wouldn't wear it. I'm not saying nothing bad against gay people because you can wear what you want and you can do what you want. But in my opinion, I didn't like it. But I still complimented him on it. Hey, that's a dope shirt. That's it. Just a kind word. And that might have changed. That might have reflected, and he might have went out and did something nice for somebody else. And
Pay it forward.
And keeps pushing it forward, and then the next person, and the next person, and the next person. I'm the type of guy that I will get off. I will literally walk elderly people across the street.
Yeah.
And people are like, why do you do that? Well, one thing, I was taught good morals and good standards. But plus, one day I'm going to be that old person. I'm going to need some help across the damn street. And I hope one of you little bastards help me across the street so I don't break a hip. You know what I'm saying? I look at things like that. I try to look at the future, especially with somebody that's been in perfectly good health his whole life. And then already I find out that I might have MS. That changes your outlook on things. That drastically changes, like, oh, I took a lot of things for granted in my life. Mm-hmm. So now I'm trying to make sure that I'm being better. I'm being a better person. That I'm looking at people's, because nobody knows. I look like I'm fine. People look at me all the time. If you was walking down the street and you walk next to me, you would not know that there's anything wrong with me. But I'm in constant pain. And people don't understand that. So I look at this person like, I don't know their situation. I don't know what they're going through in their life. This guy might be being a dick. I have this, and I guarantee this is one of the best ways to get rid of all conflict, because I get conflict all the time in my life. People start trying to say so, I just say, I love you. I don't know, it just ruins the whole situation. They be like, wait, I wanted to whip your ass, but, shit, I don't know how to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Just simple things like that. Well, you can just do that to avoid conflict. Somebody wants to be negative on social media and say some negative things about what you said, just tell them you love them. I love you, fellow Star Wars fan.
That 180s people so fast. My mom always said it. Kill them with kindness. If they're being rude, just kill them with kindness. They get bored after a while when you just kill them with kindness.
I know one thing. It is like 1 billion degrees in this stupid studio. I am hot as hell. I feel like I'm going to black out, y'all. If I black out, just continue the show. I'll come back.
It's getting very heated over here. Just relax, buddy. I'm just kidding.
It's hot in this room. Like one of these days, I'm going to do the episode with none of these damn lights on and the green screen thing off and all that shit. Yeah, I don't have
one of these days he's going to do this episode naked, so just look out for that.
I'm not special enough to have all this cool shit in the background. That's just a green screen for all y'all that didn't know. Which y'all should know, because when I move my hand, you can see the green shit. Can y'all see that? Oh,
no, this is the real background for me, just so people know.
Yeah, mine's a green screen too. I'm still in the closet, actually. So.
We're going to make it look like.
We're going to make it look like my office area. This is going to be nice.
Yeah, it's just about, everybody, Kim got the best background. She got all sports stuff.
It's all my dad's stuff. I'm taking the kids swimming to the pool after this, so, I'm just hanging
a
out.
pool is open? It must be nice where you're at.
It is. It's warm. It's nice.
Yeah, it's warm here, too.
Bro, we've had pools open. I live in Arizona.
My
pools never closed.
My grandma lives in Arizona. She'd be like, I'm going to sit in the hot tub.
CJ, real quick, how far are you away from Arizona?
I am, depending on where I'm going in Arizona, I'm about 12 to 13, depending.
Yeah, man, you far. You suck.
Where my mom's at, it's 13 hours away. It's literally 2 hours shy from Disney.
Oh, you suck. Well, me and Garrison going to go have a beer, even though I ain't supposed to drink. I'm going to drink a beer with you, Garrison, because I'm going to be in Arizona in May.
Well, I told you I'm leaving before you get here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're leaving. That sucks.
No, but like I said to the group Wednesday, I don't know if I said it during the live or not. In what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. I will be in Galaxy's Edge. If any of the fans see me there, trust me, you can walk up to me. I know I'm going to be with my family and stuff, but you can walk up and say hi and introduce yourself. It's cool. I'm not that kind of person that's going to be snarky. I'm not famous.
He's not that. He's not a celebrity. He always talking like he's a celebrity. It's okay if you shut your head.
No, hold on. There are people that see other bloggers and just get like Kyle. You can't say that I didn't do that when I first met you on the Zoom. You
I know.
can come up and say what's up. Like, I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm with my family. Leave me the hell alone. I'll be like, yo, thank you for watching the show.
The other day, somebody
leave me the
came
hell
up.
alone. I don't like people. I'm just kidding.
The other day, I was in Home Depot
Noted.
getting some stuff for the house, I was in Menards, and a girl walked up and said, "Ain't you Kyle from Lightsaber Radio?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
What?
Like that's why I keep this damn thing in front of my face so people can't recognize me.
It's your voice, man. It's your voice. It's not the face. It's not the face. It's the voice. No, and I get recognized in GameStop. Like the one GameStop in Meridian over here. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows where that's at. I get recognized in GameStop. Aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, don't. I'm just here
Maybe
to
I
buy
should
some
hang
Black
out in
Series.
GameStop more. Maybe people recognize me. Stand outside. Hey, how are you? How are you
I'm
doing?
part of LSR.
Yep, no worries. No need to thank me. Who the fuck are you?
Who's this asshole?
Nah, it's about fun, and I guarantee that a lot of. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, let's get to the what if. Are we ready for the what if? I think we beat this one.
Let's get it.
I think we beat this one to the horse. Or we beat this one to the horse. No, we beat this.
We
Whatever,
beat the
however
horse.
you say the damn thing. Okay, let's get to it. Are you gonna hit the button? I'll hit the button. Who's gonna hit the button? You hit the button, or I hit the button? Who hits the button?
You hit the.
There's a button.
Okay, where are we at? We at the what if?
I'm hitting it.
It only takes one decision to decide the direction of the galaxy. A decision that will influence the outcome. But if that decision went the other way, reality as we know it would change forever. The galaxy would be on a different course. Things that have happened would cease to exist. A new narrative would be etched into creation. So we are going to analyze those other possibilities when we ask, what if?
Okay, I got a really good what if question this week. This is a really good one. What if they had social media in Star Wars, in the actual movies, and they had social media? How would have things went differently?
I feel like
Yo,
Luke and
everything
Leia
about-
would have figured out they were related way sooner.
Yeah.
I feel like Palpatine would have been discovered because people like to dig up dirt on political
Yeah.
figures. And I feel like Palpatine would be like, oh, you say you're from Naboo. Your ancestry says otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
Palpatine killed some people.
It would be so different. It would be so different. And Palpatine would definitely go down. I'm
no,
sorry.
and the thing
but-
is like the thing is with Palpatine is like I know he's gonna be petty enough to have a Sidious account and a Palpatine account.
Yeah.
That's
Like, ain't that the same guy?
Wait a second.
doesn't Palpatine have that same cloak? The IP address on this is the same as and then there goes Sidious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude.
Oh, that's a good one. Think of the marketing team they would have Remember Money Talks? Yeah.
The Jedi. The Catholic priest. Yikes. Yikes.
Ouch.
I thought about it like this: like somebody would have really known that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader. Like, didn't he change his profile picture? That guy went
changed
from
his name
Anakin
to his
Skywalker to Darth Vader real quick. Like, we think we got something here. We know who he is.
Well, and like there is some aspects of social media in the Star Wars, but not like what we have. And I think, yeah, like you were saying about Darth Vader, it'd be like Darth Vader wouldn't have the intelligence enough to like make a whole new profile. He'd change his name, his profile picture, and his occupation. That's all he would do.
Jedi Knight or Jedi.
Sith Lord.
Like, damn, he went from a Jedi to a Sith Lord. It was Anakin Skywalker. Now he's Darth Vader. I'm pretty sure Anakin is Darth Vader.
Who would have
Mace
the most?
Windu.
But he said
Like-
who would have the most followers? That's simple. Anakin.
Obi-Wan.
Anakin.
Obi-Wan.
Darth
Leia.
Vader.
He's a pretty
Leia.
boy.
Leia's a total
Leia.
influencer, bro. She'd be posting her bikini. She's like, just got rescued from
So
Jabba's palace.
in this
Padme would have the most followers.
Oh yeah,
in the
that's
book
right. Yeah.
Bloodlines. So in the book Bloodlines, I suggest anybody that is into books to go and either listen or read this book. There's a video recording of Leia choking out Jabba the Hutt, and somebody's trying to use it against her. as blackmail. And she's like, yeah, no, I am the Hut Slayer. Like, she owned up to that shit. Like, I feel like she would be posting that metal bikini, choking that big slug out, and be like, yep, my proudest moment.
Alderaan
Wasn't
all of a sudden.
the rebels would fail so bad because they would be posting about their assault on the Death Star. Somebody would be putting it out like, man, take that down, man. You wasn't supposed to post that. Wasn't supposed to, nobody know about that. The Empire would be finding their bases super fast. Like,
yeah, I know. Rebel Alliance moved to Hoth.
Yeah. Change the background picture. Oh God!
Luke be like, in the X-wing, about to go blow some shit up. Like,
Luke in a relationship with Leia. Luke no longer in a relationship with Leia. Sister of Leia.
Obi-Wan would pop up as a Force ghost. Luke would be like, "I told you, ghosts are real. I told you, go search, go search." Hashtag go search.
Sorry, R2 would have the biggest fan base. Think of how many posts he can make. Oh, that's true. Help you. Might delete later.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing for the longest time. That was awesome.
That was cute. Might delete later.
You know how many dancing C-3PO videos you would be out? Like, there would be like 20 of them a day. Like, din, 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 din.
Okay, so you know how in the deleted scenes in the movies, there's always that moment where R2 falls over? It would be R2's failed moments. Like, it's on his page. He's like,
Hashtag
my saddest
R2
moment.
fell over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it'd be on
about
3PO's page because 3PO and R2 are always arguing. This is that little R2 unit that I keep telling you guys about. Watch this.
The memes would be flying. It would be memes everywhere.
For sure.
They would have so many more memes than us because they were there in real time.
I found this meme, but I can't remember if you sent it to me, Kyle, or not. It's oh, if I can find it. I have a lot of memes. Thanks, Kyle.
I told you, man, I got so many memes because people send them to the podcast all the time. I get so many emails of memes and stuff. It's oh God, it's like I don't know what it is. It's like somebody feels special if they sent me a meme or something. Like, dude, you I can make my own. You know, you don't need it. Well, okay, I'll post it just because you sent it to me.
But no, like the one that's on our Instagram right now that's really a controversial thing that people are kind of going after is the Baby Jar Jar post that I made. People are either saying kill it or love it or that's a frog. Yeah. I've been getting a lot of that. And the other one I've been getting is the Obi-Wan Kenobi picture, and there's an arrow pointing at his beard, and it says beard. That's all it says in this encyclopedia. Beard.
And they really got a picture of Obi-Wan to explain a beard. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of beards that happened before Obi-Wan ever came out.
Well, it's just an explanation of who Obi-Wan is, like, and everything going on. Mm-hmm. But right below that explanation, it's just an arrow pointing at his beard saying beard, and everybody keeps commenting beard on this comment. There's like 200 comments of beard. It's like, all right. I've
been getting a lot of things when it comes to social media because I keep posting the stuff about Jedis can't, deflect bullets like they would lose if they came to Earth. Blasters are really slow, bullets are fast. Yeah, I get a lot of response. People don't like that. They want to argue about that constantly. That's a good thing. Hey, that's one good thing about social media. If you put up some argumentative crap, you will get a lot of people liking your stuff because they want to argue about it. Because they'll just get on there and argue in the comments for hours and hours and hours. And all you did is post a post that just says, Jedi can't deflect bullets. And next thing you know, you'll have 300,000 likes because people are just liking, they just arguing. So they just keep promoting it. That's one good thing. You put up something negative on social media, it will get a lot of likes.
Oh, I can't find that post that I want to pull up, but it was clever. It was about R2. Okay, hold on. I saw something about Lando. Of course, my lovely woman said this. Lando's Tinder profile. He'd be on Tinder. He'd be on Bumble. He'd be on Meet Me. He would be on anything and everything because.
I wonder if he'd be like on ChristiansMeet.com.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
They have any dating.
You probably see him on Grindr a bit too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine what's the other one we get a lot of that people want to go to the porn thing?
OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans. How many only Star Wars fans there would be? Like, check out what you got Darth Vader talking about. Check out my OnlyFans.
I think the Chris's comment. I have a small addiction to capes. That would be his line in that.
Yeah.
But you'd also find a website of it's like an AA meeting, Capes Anonymous. He goes to a meeting, talk about his capes.
Oh God. Okay, I've been laughing too hard. Now I'm getting even hotter.
Be Vader. Today we'll be unboxing my new lightsaber. Oh my god! It's red.
Oh my God, this was not the color I was expecting.
Oh,
Jeez.
all right. Are we ready for news and rumors? Oh, I haven't even been using none of them.
Do it.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it after this.
The ultimate news and rumors.
We got a lot. Oh, CJ, you want to go?
I have one thing that I was really excited about.
Okay.
So this is Celebration News. I keep pulling up Celebration, but Celebration News in their website announced that after Kelly Marie Tran and Billy Lord announcement that they're going to be at Celebration, Ewan McGregor made a personal post saying that he will personally appear for everybody at Celebration. He's going to be
And
there
Hayden.
the whole time. And Hayden, yes.
Yep.
I was more excited about Ewan, but
Hey.
yeah, I'll take Hayden too.
I put up a post the other day, or I was reading a post the other day. I'm not sure which one I did. I can't remember. But anyway, the Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, they sat there and they said they watched all of the Star
Yep.
Wars films to get ready for the for their parts. And then Hayden went beyond that. He watched all the animated series. Like,
Yep.
dude, just imagine you were sitting there watching Star Wars and you might have been watching it at the exact same time that they were. So in technical terms, you was watching it with them.
Well, just imagine hanging out with Hayden and watching him watch his character. Like, just imagine me sitting on a couch, you're friends with him. Yo, don't you play that character? Like, you don't know what he has done in his life. And you're just like, weren't you in that show somewhere? No, that's a different person. But I played the live action for him. Oh, this seems to be better. Like, just be that friend.
I can imagine me sitting there watching like Hayden, or sitting there watching with Hayden and Ewan McGregor, and we're sitting there watching it and I'm criticizing it. Man, you know you could have done that better if you would have flipped this way instead of that way. Like, we're gonna beat your
Or
ass.
they're watching Revenge of the Sith.
I'd have got jumped. Like, y'all could have did this way better than what y'all did it. I think if y'all would have spun this way at this time, it would have been way better.
I think it'd be funny if Ewan and Hayden had a video of them watching Revenge of the Sith, and all you see is like, maybe you shouldn't have tried to jump over me. Like, just that conversation at hand. You wouldn't have lost some limbs, my guy. Like, just walks off.
Be like, oh, that was fake, man, dude. Because I'm sitting right next to you. You still have your arm and your legs, man. What? Wait, that was fake, man. Why y'all
What
do
if
that?
he's like wearing gloves and a long sleeve and like really baggy pants? Like, he's just like, you don't know what I've been through. Leave me alone.
Like, I was down about not going to Celebration this year, and then they announced that he would be there and Hayden, and I was just like, well, that's
Deplenished.
I want to meet them so bad. I want to meet them.
You know what? The only person that I really want to go and meet out of everybody, and I know it would be kind of, I want to meet. Let's see, who all do I want to meet? Okay, that's a quick question. Who do y'all want to meet? Who would y'all, out of all the Star Wars characters, who is like your top, say, 3 people that you want to meet?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Harrison Ford, but he ain't never going.
Nah.
It'd be Mark Hamill, Ewan McGregor, and I'd want to meet an R2 unit, honestly. I'd want to, because I've never seen one in person. So
I want to meet Natalie, because I mean, I love her.
You want to meet Chad May? I know you've seen those posts.
But I
That's
love
fair.
Padme as a character, and she's, fucking gorgeous. So yeah, I want to meet her.
before Carrie Fisher had passed, I really wanted to have that interaction with Carrie Fisher because I know I have plenty of friends that have went and met her at cons and stuff and just say she's a delight. She's crazy, but she's a delight. Yes. What?
All right, more
Steven's
news.
going to Star Cruiser.
Oh.
Oh.
Have fun.
I
I would
know.
love to hear about it.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
post videos.
Ooh,
He's on TikTok, so
all right. Any more? Can I continue on with news?
Well, I thought
Okay.
you didn't cut off who you would want to meet.
Oh, I don't really care. I'm not big on like meeting someone. Honestly, like I don't care.
I would say Billy D. Williams, young Billy D. I don't want to meet him now that he's old. Nah. I want to drink a Colt 45 with him. I think that would be cool. Don't really want to meet Mark Hamill. Definitely want to meet Natalie Portman. And I would have to say if Carrie Fisher was still alive and she was younger.
Mhm.
Because I would definitely try to Kevin Federline both of them. I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to knock you up. I'm trying to get rich.
You still got that slave? You still got that outfit? You still got the return? You do?
You do?
Yo, here's my number. I expect to hear back from you later. Just walks off.
All right, back to news. We kind of got off subject there.
All right. So the Acolyte reportedly has delayed filming till October.
Well, that's
So
I don't get that because I read another article said that they pushed the timeline up to October. I didn't think they were going to start filming the Acolyte till next year sometime, and now it got pushed up to October of this year. And now it's talking about it delayed.
It's October. Instead of delayed. Yeah, and it's not going to wrap up until like May 2023. They're thinking.
Your
So
mic
that's
is
going to be
popping.
fun. Oh, sorry.
Your mic is cutting out.
There's rumors. Am I still cutting it?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, your wire.
Okay.
Your wire is messed up. It's going as you're talking.
No, I can't hear it.
Oh, maybe it's my shit.
Still?
No, you're good now.
Oh,
You're good now.
CJ was hearing it now.
I was hearing
Okay.
his mic.
The next one. There's rumors that they're going to have the Emperor's Royal Guard in Andor, and they're going to play a role. And then I came across a thing. I came across an article that talked about all the Star Wars games that are coming out. I didn't realize we have a lot of Star Wars games coming out.
They're being announced that they're coming out. I don't know if they're really coming out.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But like 8 so far that are supposed to come out within the next few years. That's insane. We have
That's a
the Hunters
lot.
game. We have an untitled first-person shooter by EA. We have a strategy game by EA. We have the Fallen Order sequel by EA. We have Knights of the Old Republic. We have the Ubisoft open world game. We have that Eclipse game, and then this new Skydance game that was just announced.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
Jesus.
games.
Oh
It
yeah.
How many
is.
do you think actually will come out? Like 2.
One.
I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
out of the 8, I'm gonna give it 4.
I'm giving it
I
one.
think
The one
EA
that Lucasfilms Gaming is the only one that's coming out.
I think EA
Wow,
is
so
gonna
just
build
the
their
Skydance
games.
Lucas.
I think EA is gonna make their games, but they're not gonna be. I think
Well,
the only
Old
one that's gonna be good is Jedi.
Old
Fallen Order.
Republic is a definite though, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
the remake.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just found this. There are going to be more Lego Star Wars bundles coming out on May 4th.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I got this. This was popped up a little bit ago. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Natalie Holt becomes the first woman to score a live-action Star Wars project. So the first woman to do the music for Star Wars, a live action. I don't think anybody. Well, maybe on one of the Clone Wars or Rebels episodes, but I don't think like for a series or anything.
That's awesome.
So That's pretty cool. And then, so on FanFest now, I don't know how trustworthy this site is because I've never been on this site before, so I'm not gonna say that this is true. But there is some stuff that has been offered up about the Acolyte, about some of the roles. So one of the key words, and actually I brought this up the other day on the other podcast, is that the word Acolyte means Sith apprentice. So we definitely know that the Acolyte is going to be Sith based, or hopefully that it's going to be Sith based, which is super cool, which makes me super happy because I am a
That's
Sith.
awesome.
I want to find out more about Sith lore and stuff like that. And if they could do a live action about the Sith, I think that would be super dope.
The thing is, if you're gonna do a thing about Sith, it's got to be dark.
Yeah.
And I don't. Can Disney do that on Disney Plus? I don't know.
Can.
Really?
You think so?
They can
Have
do
you
it.
watched Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Moon
Knight.
I haven't seen Moon Knight, but most of their Star Wars stuff has not been dark lately.
And Disney just took over Daredevil, Punisher. Punisher was gruesome.
Yeah.
They can do it. They'll be good.
They'll be fine as long as they stick to what they wrote and they bring it into a form that we fans know they have the capability of doing. It'll be fine.
Yes, I would love that, but it's
right before Phantom Menace.
What this article is saying, and I guess new research for the Illuminati has offered some fresh information, but what they are saying is going to be at the end of the Old Republic era, or the High Republic
right
era.
Before Phantom Menace.
So it says, according to the report, a 50-year-old man, a young girl between the ages of 8 and 10 will be playing the roles of Paul, an up-and-coming episodic spin-off of the High Republic era, while Murray, recurring guest star Star Wars 8 year. I don't know. That really doesn't explain shit. But I'm guessing
like 100 years prior to Phantom Menace.
It would be dope if it was about Bane. I mean, that would be probably that would be like the greatest thing. But I don't think that they're going to do that. I think it's going to be, it's going to be because there's been some other reports that stating it's going to bring out some all new characters. So I have a feeling it's going to be maybe somewhere in between Bane, because if it's just a Sith and his apprentice, it's going to have to be after the rule of two. So I'm having a feeling it's sometime after Cognis and all them. It's going to be in between Bane and Xana and Plagueis and Palpatine. I think it's going to be somewhere in between them. Maybe a good key factor to setting up some of the things that Palpatine actually portrays. Because you got to remember, Palpatine's plan wasn't just Palpatine. It started with Bane, and then it worked all the way to Palpatine. Yep. He just finished it.
Not really.
Well, he finished it to the fact that he created a new Sith Empire and took over everything. So that was Bane's whole objective, is to destroy the Jedi and take over the Republic. So Palpatine did it, but Bane kind of knew. Bane knew that he was not going to be alive when it came. He knew it was going to take a long time. That's why they had to conceal themselves and they had to stay hidden. And the Jedi had to believe that the Sith were dead.
Yeah.
And then he tried to fool the ruler too, that he created and became immortal by Andeto's holocron. We're actually covering that in other podcasts right now.
Yep.
Shameless plug. No, I don't.
No mercy.
And that's only two things that I have for news. I was going to bring up something else, but y'all going to have to find out about it on social media. Since it's about social media, I'm going to put it on social media. Because it's a big news, but y'all got to wait. Y'all got to go check out social media. It's going to be on LSR and on Star Wars, and then I'm putting it on everything. Because everybody's about
is it
to
the
be
what we were
pissed off.
talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, the Disney stuff.
Yep.
Because it's going to change the game if they follow through with it. But I need to read the article more. I didn't read the article all the way through, and I don't want to misquote some shit.
I'm going to pull that up. Liam Neeson said he would come back to Star Wars, but only in a movie. That's a lie. You were in Clone Wars. You're just trying to make us look here when you're right here.
That is something else that I want to bring up, because there's this fake, and I'm calling it fake because this is the reason. There's a new... People on YouTube, and there's been a couple things that popped up on social media about this new Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. It's not a new trailer. Somebody cut that shit together and put it out and said it's a new trailer because it was not announced by Disney. It was not
Right.
announced on Star Wars. It wasn't on Disney Plus. It wasn't on all that stuff. But there is some key facts in that trailer. If you watch through the new trailer, that kind of applies to the situation. But one of the things is that Liam Neeson is the Force Ghost in that, and you can see him in this new trailer. And that is not true. That is not official Disney or Star Wars. So that I've been seeing it's been popping up everywhere, and it's like, dude, this is not, because this is the thing. If they come out with a trailer, it's going to be on Disney, on either Disney Plus, or it's going to be on Disney's website, and it is not there. So this is not an official Disney trailer.
Right.
So do not let that, like, I mean, it's cool. The trailer's kind of cool, but it's not factual
creditable.
at this point. It's not creditable. It's a rumor. It's a rumor-made trailer.
And the
Because
same
it's
thing
a
with
trailer
Liam
based
Neeson,
on
though.
rumors. But it's
He-
kind of cool.
He
So go
is
watch
trying
it.
to give us a sleight of hand. He's trying to give us a sleight of hand. He says that, but he was in Clone Wars. He's done multiple TV spots and other things.
He was
He
in
is-
the Skywalker, in the Rise of Skywalker.
for for 5 seconds. So I don't take his word for I'm not taking his word for anything right now, because
Yeah.
he says that, but he was in Clone Wars on multiple occasions. He did multiple episodes. He was in Morbius. He did his voice acting for the Yoda thing when Yoda was on Dagobah. He's done multiple things on other TV shows. So I don't believe that. I hope he's in Kenobi. I'm not going to say he's going to be, because I don't know shit about that. But you can say you're a snob, Liam, but we're going to hopefully see you in the show, because this franchise kind of...
Bro, Liam is in like 5 movies a year, I feel like. So
Yeah.
he could
Yeah, he
easily
is.
be in it. I don't
Yeah. I'm,
So
like I said, I'm
Steph,
not
You could
taking...
put
Yeah.
together some of the other stuff he said and put him in it, honestly, with how many movies
I
he's in.
have to correct myself because Stephen is right. It's we don't know if Bane did the essence transfer thing into Xana and just was around all the way, and Bane was Palpatine. We don't know that for a fact. That's all speculation. But if he did it, then he's not there. If he did, he's been there all the way to the end. We don't know, because it's never confirmed or not confirmed. The essence transfer thing didn't go through. We got any other Star Wars news or rumors?
Tori's in here in the chat just
Yeah.
dropping everything she can find, though.
She said The Mandalorian is getting its own manga.
Manga.
Manga?
Manga.
Manga?
What the hell
Sorry,
is that?
I don't.
I don't even know what that
It's
is.
an anime. It's a form
Yeah,
of anime.
it's a form of anime.
I could see that anyway. I mean, we don't have to be a fortune teller or get it from the news. The Mandalorian did too good not for it not to get an animated series. We knew that was coming somewhere down the line anyway. Or at least him being in some other type of, if he doesn't get his own, he'll definitely be in some of the other ones, like The Bad Batch at some point, or something else that comes out that's animated. Like, just imagine if we had the Mandalorian fighting the Elder in Visions. Oh, Visions
Yeah.
2 did. Didn't they
Yeah,
announce
that-
that Vision 2 or
Season
season
2,
2
yeah.
of Visions was supposed to be coming out?
I was
But
just
I
about
think
to
that
say
was
that.
just a rumor. I
Yeah.
think that was just a rumor.
I'd be okay with it though. Like, I'm not big into anime, but if it's Star Wars related, I'll obviously watch it. But
I didn't like anything Visions, just saying.
I like
No.
4 out of 5 out of, well, how many of them was 9? I liked 5 of them. I just didn't like the one that had
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy in it, and I
Yeah.
didn't like the one that didn't make no sense, and which was most of them. And
I liked Ronin, and I liked Ronin enough to the point where I went and got the Ronin book and have
Yeah.
read it.
oh, that was a disappointment. I did not like that book.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it at all.
It was literally
if it was
anime.
based on like a samurai, it would have been a dope book. But being based on Star Wars, I was like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't even make sense. Like, what's happening?
Tatooine
really
Rhapsody
critique books.
was trash, Chris. I gotta agree, that was just garbage.
yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And
I
the
agree on
and
that.
and
Just
and
listen
the-
to our
and the
episode when we talk
the
about
bride
that.
was terrible. Like, I didn't even understand the bride like at all. Like, what is happening? Like, what happened? Like, that
Oh,
just
the Village Bride, yeah.
Yeah, the Village
Yeah.
Bride. I didn't
I
like
think-
that one.
The good ones were the flipping
Ronin was good. The
Master
Elder
and
was good.
Apprentice.
Yeah.
That,
Or
the
Elder.
Ninth Jedi.
Elder, thank you.
Yeah, the Elder, the Ninth Jedi.
Elder
That's
and
the only
Ninth
ones that was
Jedi.
good. The
Those
Ninth
were-
Jedi.
Yeah,
was
that's
good.
the one. Yep.
Elder and Ninth Jedi.
Ronin
Ninth
was
Jedi.
good. I just didn't like the umbrella. That was kind of stupid. But
All right.
yeah, no, that's the one I like.
No.
There was an awkward pause there.
All right.
No big deal.
That's it for news then?
Yeah, that's all I
Anybody
have.
has anything else?
I don't see anything
Alright.
else that's anything that is important anyway.
Quiz then?
Yeah, we can get to the quiz. Y'all
Alright,
ready for the quiz?
I'll click it.
Okay.
I'll click it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit the
Click
button.
Stop right there, you rebel scum. Prepare yourself for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. Blast them.
Okay,
He unsure of himself.
let's get to these questions. Now, some of them are really hard. Some of them ain't really that hard. Well, at least I don't think. Okay, let's go. Are you ready? Who's ready?
ready.
Yep.
Y'all ain't ready.
ready.
Y'all ain't showing me any type of excitement.
What?
Let's
You're
listen
never
to some
excited
never-
for this, bro.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
never good at this. I'm never good at this, so I'm just
You're
kind of like,
never excited.
okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's see what I know.
In A New Hope, Luke hones his lightsaber skills by practice against the training remote. What kind of remote is it?
Oh,
Ooh.
oh! I was just looking at buying one because they're so freaking cool looking. Oh,
What is it called then?
I'm trying to think of it. That's my problem.
I know. I can't think.
Dude, it's got to have some like weird number, like
No, it
the
doesn't
A
have-
Anybody in the chat?
H24.
Chris
Anybody
said,
in the
Chris
chat?
said Chris
Blast
said
it.
blasty disco ball.
Disco ball. Oh, yes.
Okay, the
I like
actual
that.
answer is it is the Markman's H combo remote or combat remote.
I said
I would have never gotten
H24.
that.
I had H in there.
Okay. Question number 2. When C-3PO is talking with R2 on the Jawa's transport, his look provides a problem that can't be solved. What is that problem?
Oh, jeez, what?
Huh?
Repeat.
Okay. When C-3PO is talking to R2-D2 on the Jawa's transport,
Okay.
his looks provide a problem that can't be solved. What is the problem?
Where he's at? Where is he? That's
I don't
all.
know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Okay. Because of his shiny golden surface, you can see the cameramen and the crew.
Oh.
Yo, now I
Okay.
gotta go back. I have a big ass TV.
I have
Can
to go
scroll
see
down to
it.
that?
Yeah, I gotta
Okay.
see that.
Far out.
All right, y'all got to be fast in
That's cool.
the thing. I don't know. Are we getting any type of hesitation in the thing?
Yeah, there's a lag.
Slightly.
Yeah, there's a lag. Okay, I'll give y'all a little bit more time. Okay. By the time we get to the Rise of Skywalker, how long had Kylo Ren been acting supreme leader of the First Order?
2 years.
No.
No, it's gotta
6
be
months.
longer. Is it longer than 2 years? I don't know.
It's gonna be like
I'm gonna give it a year.
4.5 months. Three
See,
seconds.
no,
I
really?
said-
No way.
2
Are you
days.
serious? Oh,
Yep, Chris got it.
I said
6
6 months.
Chris said, you
it,
can't say it
really.
after Chris
No,
posted
no,
it
no,
in
no.
the
I
chat.
said it, and then Chris said it.
Chris
No,
gave
he
you the
did.
answer. Look at you over here cheating.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you for rooting me on. Whatever. I said 6 months, and everybody be playing jokes. This is BS.
Okay,
What?
next question. In The Force Awakens, you'll see Finn pick up something and toss it while he is stretching out after after putting bandages on Chewbacca. What did he pick up? CJ.
The ball, the training ball. He found the training ball, looked at it, and then tossed it to the side.
Yep, you are correct.
far
That
out.
that made me laugh because I was like, Luke, and like got all excited.
Okay,
Shiny disco ball.
here goes a good one. In Return of the Jedi, when Princess Leia gets shot in the shoulder, what inappropriate thing does Han Solo do to her?
He has something
Does
inappropriate.
he touch her boo boo?
Yeah.
Boobies?
Yep.
Really?
Ah,
He
I have to go
fondles her
back and see
breasts.
Oh my god!
He fondles her. Of course, Harrison Ford would do that.
I
And
was
at
like,
this
you
point-
know, that's
at
kind
this
of
point in
accurate.
At this point in time, Carrie Fisher had said that they had drunken space sex before, so I guess it's okay. They were kind
In
of
her
in a
book-
sexual relation.
Yeah, the
Shit.
Princess
In her book,
Diaries.
she talks about
Yeah.
it, and she's like,
Yeah.
when she was doing the press release, she's like, I think Harrison's mad at me, and the
Yeah.
lady's like, why? Because I told everybody about our sexual
Everybody.
excursions.
That was a good book.
It was.
Hey, Bodie, yeah, you can say it after we get done with these ones. You can come in and anybody has some quiz questions for us, definitely can ask.
Yeah, she wasn't them.
Yeah, so basically you can see on screen he's holding her breast. Like
Wow.
clearly
Got
she's
you.
laying there and
I got you.
when he's setting
Not
her up against the
surprising.
wall, you know
Not
how he sets her
surprising.
down up against the wall before the stormtrooper comes up from behind her, you can see him, he's just holding her breast. Like, really?
I thought her smile was just too good to
It was
be
too
true.
real. It was too
Like,
real.
you
That
just got
smile
shot
just
and you're
seemed
smiling.
too real.
Okay. In The Force Awakens, we see another R2 unit. What was the name and color of that R2 unit?
Pink,
Aw.
and it's a celebration droid. I can't remember. It's the breast cancer awareness droid that they take to the hospitals and stuff. I know that because it was pink.
Yeah. It's pink.
Um,
You got that part. What was the name of it?
can't remember the name though. I just know it was pink. I was like, oh look, Archie's girlfriend.
R2, because it's breast cancer. R2 TT.
R2 titty.
City.
uh, Stefan
Her
said
name is
K2R2.
R2KT.
Oh.
You were
Close.
That's pretty close. I thought you was gonna get it there. I was like, oh man, you gonna get it. Okay. Who was the person responsible? Wait, is that one? Is that the one I'm on? Yeah. Who is the person responsible for giving Darth Bane the idea for the rule of two?
Oh,
Oh, I just read this.
fetch. Hold on. Revan.
Yes, it is Revan.
And
And what did he say?
I
To
don't know.
give him
It
an
was,
idea.
it was in one of
Yeah.
his holocron things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Darth Revan's holocron. He refers to the Force as a battery. The more people that are using
yeah.
it, the less powerful it becomes. So Darth Revan said, well, we can't have just one and be the most powerful because if I get killed, then it'll be the end of the Sith, so there has to be two. One to embody the power, the other one to crave it.
Only two.
Throughout Star Wars movies, we see Han's set of gold dice or chance cubes. Why are these so important? CJ.
Oh,
they were the dice that he used when he first started playing Sabacc, and he thought they were his lucky dice. So instead of continuously using them every time he played Sabacc, he put a gold chain around them and hung them around because they were lucky to him.
Okay, that's one point. That is,
Oh,
one, but
that's not the point. That's not the answer.
That's not the answer, but that is one of the reasons he had. But everybody knows that, so that's not a hard thing to answer. It's an impossible quiz, not the easy quiz. CJ,
Hey,
Don't
Stefan
give the
says he
easy
won the
answer.
Falcon with them.
Oh no, because I mean, I guess he could have won the Falcon.
Yeah.
Who knows? The actual answer is they were added as a homage to George Lucas's film of American Graffiti, which also stars Harrison Ford.
Huh.
nice.
There's
were
a
actually-
deeper meaning within the deep meaning. Okay, cool.
They just gold plated the dice that was hanging from the Harrison Ford's car in American Graffiti.
That's a good movie.
That's cool.
I don't know. You know what? I've been so long. Like when I first watched it, I didn't like American Graffiti, but I haven't seen it in like 30 years.
I've actually
so
never
I-
seen it. So.
It's
should go
actually
watch
really
it.
good. It's one of my favorites. Ron Howard's in it.
I've never seen it.
One of his first acting roles.
Maybe okay. So with it, like I seen it 30 years ago, so I don't really remember it too much. I remembered I didn't like it when I first seen it, but maybe we'll do that one day. We'll have like a little watch party and watch American Graffiti. In the Return of the Jedi, Chewbacca makes a distinct sound while swinging from the trees on Endor. What was that sound?
Tarzan.
Ah man, I needed to make these questions harder.
That was Tarzan all the way.
Yeah, if it was Tarzan, he makes definitely you can hear him, the Tarzan call loud and clear. Okay, now here is a definitely hard question if you really haven't ever thought about it. If you've thought about it, you might know the answer to this. What is the direct contradiction between the movies and the animated series, The Clone Wars, that goes against the Jedi Order rules?
Oh, Jedi Order rules. Attachment.
Nope.
There's a lot of attachment in Clone Wars, though.
I think
There's
it's
a
just
lot of
supposed to be
attachment in Star
peacekeepers.
Wars.
Like they were supposed to be
Seriously.
peacekeepers, but
Nope,
and
that's
they-
not the answer.
I mean,
Thinking about
I
it, a
think there's
direct
bunch.
contradiction between the movies and animated.
The rule of two isn't the rule of two because you have Asajj Ventress, Dooku, Grievous, Maul,
So we're
Savage.
talking about the Jedi here, not the Sith.
We're just pointing out everything contradicting now.
The fact that they were generals. I have no idea.
Okay, y'all want
Yeah,
the
I
answer?
can't think of it.
It's as soon as he says it, I feel like it's gonna be like, oh no shit.
Okay.
Like,
The answer. In the Clone Wars, Anakin has a Padawan, Ahsoka, but he is not a master in the movie. You
yeah.
have to be a master to have a Padawan.
Ah,
It's a direct contradiction between the movies and the animated series. You have to be a Jedi Master to have a Padawan. And he is not given the rank of Master.
well, it's wartime. Okay, we
It
gotta
still
soak
doesn't
off
matter.
that.
I always thought it was because like Jedi Knights can have like Padawan little tag-alongs, but they're not like fully training them. I thought, but I don't know.
That
Yeah,
was
I
the
guess that
direct
makes sense.
contradiction. And what makes it mostly a contradiction is because it's singled out. We know in all the movies he doesn't have a Padawan. He never has a Padawan, but then they give him a Padawan in the series. Even if you're a Jedi Knight, he wasn't like
Yeah.
he was still somebody else's Padawan.
Yeah, he was still
He
a
was
Padawan.
still
to
Obi-Wan's
Obi-Wan.
Padawan. A Padawan can't have a Padawan. And it's a direct contradiction between the movies because the Clone Wars is in the middle of two movies. The whole animated series is based in between the Clone Wars or part of the Clone Wars movie and Revenge of the Sith. So it's a straight contradiction of the storyline. So yeah, and that's all
And
the
then it
questions
just
I have.
became. Well, that's it.
So, Bodie Collections,
What's
Get
your
that-
question?
Yeah, what's
What's
that
your-
question?
what's your
Oh
question?
yeah. What part of Arizona are you from? I'm just kidding.
I always forget about the Clone Wars movie because I always go
That's
straight
one of my
to the-
favorite movies. People don't like that, but I love the Clone Wars movies. The movie. I love the Clone Wars movie.
I
watch
liked
all
it.
the time.
I always like when I'm thinking Clone Wars, I'm thinking of the show.
animated
You know what I
series,
mean?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my favorite thing overall with the Clone Wars is just the the progression of growth in each character that we see.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
My
to start
favorite-
with Ahsoka.
It-
Like
was
Ahsoka's a whiny
needed.
teenager.
Like, dude,
I know.
think Ahsoka was the best character out of all of it. I
Oh,
like the
100%.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Here's Bodie's.
Yeah.
Okay. When do we first see Force heal in Star Wars movie?
A Star Wars movie.
Force
Wow.
heal?
Rise of
The Rise of
Skywalker?
Skywalker.
When they
Yeah.
healed the stupid worm thing.
Yeah, that's the first time I remember seeing it.
Whoa, Darius, that's controversial.
I have a Hothbreaker about that. We'll save it for next
Oh, we didn't even
episode.
do the
We didn't even
Hothbreaker.
I
do
know,
the
I know. We
Hothbreaker.
skipped it. Save it for next episode. I don't do it at the end.
I have a way I do things. Wrong.
Oh,
What
wow.
is it?
Bodie?
Okay,
What is it?
What is it?
Where are we seeing it?
'Cause I don't remember seeing it anywhere.
Trying to go back through all the movies and it's not working.
Yeah, no.
My brain's
I
not
can't think
working.
of it. It was healing the stupid snake.
There's the New Hope when Obi-Wan heals Luke.
When does he heal Luke?
When does he heal Luke?
Oh, he's talking about on Tatooine when Luke fell. Obi-Wan had his hand on his head.
Oh.
With
I
that,
didn't
But
think
was he really healing him, or was he just like, get up, punk? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get took out by a sand sand
gentlemen's
people.
travels are not to be taken lightly.
And you know, you could see the wheel of the land speeder in that scene.
The second time is the Revenge of the Sith when Pops heals Anakin. I don't think he healed him. I think he took Padme's life force.
I don't think he did anything. I think he turned him into a robot cyborg dude, and that's what healed him. He wasn't healed. Sith can't heal people. They don't have healing abilities. They're from the dark side. Nah, that's a good one. Because if you do think about it, he kind of does hold on to Luke's head for a while, and then Luke just does get right up. So, yeah, I can see that.
I like that. That was a good question.
That was a good
Yeah.
question. Why
I
is
like
this
that
banner still going across here, man? Turn that off.
But he put his
It's been
hand
going
out,
off
bro.
for like 10
Rewatch the
minutes.
scene.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, that could be
Yeah.
because he was holding him. He was holding him for a while, and then Luke just stood right up like it wasn't nothing. So yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Okay, you got any more? Anybody else got any other questions they want to ask us?
But I'm doing it next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My
Do I
turn.
do I need to rewatch The Bad Batch?
Maybe.
I
Okay, maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Do I need to order the Encyclopedia of Record?
Yes.
would buy that in a heartbeat.
Right? So would I.
This is, I think, why Kim and I get along very well. We have the same attachment to one character, and that's Wrecker. And I'm sorry, my
Man,
favorite
Wrecker,
scene.
man.
I will pull this up every time. My favorite scene is when he has that freaking the torpedo, and he hucks it at the guy and yells. He was so baby.
No, my favorite scene of Wrecker is when he's hanging on to the thing, screaming like a little girl. That's the
I
best
got
thing.
it.
Hey.
That's the best.
Hey.
The best character is let's see, who is my favorite character in the Bad Batch?
Fennec.
Yes.
I was about to say it's
She's
Fennec.
awesome.
Come on, Kyle.
But if I'm
Hands
picking
on
somebody, if I'm picking somebody from the actual Bad Batch, I think I want to say Hunter, but Hunter just reminds me of Rambo. So you know, it's like, I
He
can't
literally
like him
is
like that.
Rambo. He's Star Wars Rambo.
Yeah, Hera, but Hera was way too young in there. I don't want to seem like a child molester or anything like
Hey,
that. 'cause, you know.
Darius, I love Echo. I will always love Echo. I will always defend Echo. And every time these guys pull up that they need to kill him, I get pissed. So Echo is my guy.
I love
Like-
Echo.
Echo to me is just still that trooper, a part of the 501st.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to say Tech. I think Tech is my favorite character because
He kind of
He
looks like
like-
you.
Yeah.
screw you. Because he always figures everything out. That's who I am. I won't give up until I figure something out. I will
I
figure
love
out a way
his
to do something.
response. I love his response to Omega. Like, Tech, what was the Clone Wars like? It was a well-placed strategic battle throughout series of galaxies. Not
Crosshair.
like anything. I know it's Crosshair for you.
But Crosshair is really not a part of the Bad Batch no more. He's their enemy during the thing, even though they keep saying he's not. He's trying to
Well,
kill
he's
them.
better than all of them, so I still say Crosshair. Crosshair is still part of the Bad Batch. They are rebels now. They're no longer the Bad Batch. They've left the government. They're rebels now.
Crosshair's
Crosshair's the
gonna
only
die,
one
I'm
left.
telling you. He's
From
going
my
down.
point of view.
Crosshair.
That's
will
what I
die.
think. He will die. But he'll do it saving his brothers and his sister. So
Now,
I have a
Darius, if you go to if we're talking about rebels, Hera is definitely my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
yep.
If you haven't watched any Wednesdays, we've talked about Hera on an extensive level.
Yeah.
There you go. I agree with you. He's gonna outlive them all. He's gonna be the one that kills every single one of them.
Nope. I don't believe
Take
that.
them all out. And he's
No,
gonna kill
no way.
Wrecker first. Because him and Wrecker
That's
just don't
messed
get
up.
along.
Wow, dude.
He hates Wrecker.
Wow.
He hates Wrecker. They
If
argue.
Wrecker if Wrecker dies, I'm gonna be a fucking mess. I'm gonna be a mess.
Like this, you know, you think about that. It's like I tease my brother-in-law or my brother all the time, my oldest brother all the time, because he's a big NASCAR fan, but he likes he likes what's his face what the hell is his name what's the dude's name the dude that drives his dad was real famous, man. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, when he retired, he got all this memorabilia about this race car driver that is like no longer good anymore because this dude retired and now he doesn't race no more. So it's like now you got stuck with all that crap, or they changed teams. So that's like one of the reasons like I've never like followed a sports figure or a certain character, because I'll buy a bunch of stuff and then they die, or then they're gone, or they go to a different team or change size or whatever the situation is, and then you're stuck with all this memorabilia that has nothing to do with that character at the end of his career or that sports or that athlete. Oh wow, that one. Like how the hell did that happen?
What?
Like, y'all see in the chat, I've never seen that before. Darius's thing and Tori's comments are in the same thing.
No, it's Darius, Tori, Darius.
Y'all don't see? Mine is they're in the same square.
I see what you're talking about.
Says Crosshair shot 74C in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and you gotta send
like
that.
There's no
I
separation.
just started Googling that for a second, and I was like, no.
I did too. I looked it up. If you have evidence of that, send it to LSR. I want to see it.
In Return of the Jedi. And shot
He
74.
said he's just pulling your leg. It's not real.
Oh wow, that's messed up, man. I Googled the hell out of that.
Everybody started Googling real quick, like, oh God, wait, is that true?
That was good, man. That was good. Hey, it doesn't hurt to look. You never know. That's the thing. Just like George Lucas confirmed that Rex was in the Battle of Endor. Like, you never know what they're going to do. George can come out and say anything he wants. It's still his property at the end of the day. Disney may own it, but that's still George's property.
Who? Rex was killed in the Battle of Endor?
No, he was in the Battle of Endor.
He could have been fighting. He was part of the rebels. I think he was like 900 then, but it's all right. You know, I guess clones could live that long.
He's the one. You know how in Rebels he's got that white beard and his head shaved and stuff. If you look at that scene where all the rebels are right there holding the stormtroopers at gunpoint, that one trooper in the very front with the white beard, George Lucas came out and said, "Yeah, that's Rex." He just shutted everybody up because everybody's like, "Oh, that might be Rex. That might be so and so." He's like, "No, that's Rex," and like just went on with his merry way.
And George is the rule of Star Wars. Whatever he says goes.
Yep.
And that is why Rex is so loved.
Like he said, he is the God. He is the Father. So he is awesome.
He is the maker.
The Holy One.
All right. So I think that we done talked enough Star Wars for today. No, I'm lying. We could talk for Star Wars all damn day long and night, but I got to go to a funeral, so I don't know about y'all.
My kids might kill me if I don't take them to the pool.
You don't take them to the flipping pool.
Yeah.
Mom, they've been sitting back there screaming in the door. What are you doing? Are we going to the pool? What the heck?
Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
This is bullshit.
Since we are wrapping this up, let me make sure I get everything ready. I'll talk while I'm getting things ready for the ending, so I can be on the proper things.
He's the way, the truth, and the light.
Garrison, I can't believe you said Crosshair is going to kill Wrecker first. What is wrong with you?
Well, you got to think. I don't disagree with
that.
You said that.
No, that was
me. I don't disagree with that because Crosshair and Wrecker have that love-hate relationship where Wrecker loves all his brothers and Crosshair's like, dude, I can't stand you.
Yeah,
man, Wrecker's
dude,
gonna be
that
like
might be
the.
Oh, I could see him killing him, and because let's be honest, if Wrecker dies, everyone would be so sad. I could see it making Crosshair even sad, and him like begin to rethink what he's doing and realizing what he just did, and that could be his like spark to turning
redemption
good.
to come back into the Bad Batch. But then Hunter would kill him because like you killed your brother, you asshole.
Yeah, no. I don't think he would ever be redeemed.
I think it'll be so
I think that's
personal.
what
It'll
would
be
lead
with the
into him
Knights, too.
killing himself to save the other ones.
Oh, speaking of which, you know how I always have Wrecker here in the background? Steven in the chat is the one who got me that large Wrecker that graces our presence on the shows.
Hey, Steven, that's dope. Send me one. No,
if Wrecker dies, we riot. Yes, I agree.
Now I hope he dies. That would be nice.
I want a giant cutout of Darth Bane. That's what I want. Like, if I could get a giant cutout of Darth Bane, that would be so dope.
I want a giant cutout of Padme.
Oh, yeah, Padme.
Of course you do.
Hey, you know they got robotic sex dolls? You can get a Padme one now.
Oh, God.
Good.
And on that
note. On that front.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell notification, and share this video. Share it with everybody so more people can watch it and enjoy us ranting about crazy things that has to do with Star Wars. We love y'all. May the Force be with you.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you've enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. Lightsaber Radio is produced by Pickfilm Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Kim Lanise, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Kyle McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.